All right, let's get me on there. Hello. I think this happened to me last time too. Stream, Reverend Dr. Joan. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. This is kind of sad, guys. I told you this is my new platform. And I guess I'm just really learning how to do this. Delete the background. Let's get rid of the background. Haha, goodbye. So we can find me. I don't know if you can see me or how I'm looking. But let's get rid of that. Oh, there. I had myself all covered up. Okay, so I'm going to learn this lesson right now. That was the overlay. So when I have the overlay, this is how I think. When I have the overlay, I won't be able, you can't see me. So it doesn't matter what I do back here. So, all right. What a great introduction, right? I think I'll start again. So greetings, everyone. Welcome. You are live with Joan of Angels, and I am so happy to see each and every one of you. Oh my God, all my friends are starting to show up. Hello, hello, hello. And yes, in the chat box, let us know where you're from. And also, if this is the first time you are on the live with me on the Miracle Makers Club. Hello, Prince Fleet. Lots of my friends are on here. Prince is a Reverend. He's now my soul brother. We were ordained together. And Deborah, you were on my mind today. I was spraying myself with the Metatron spray. And actually, we're going to be talking about angels tonight. So I was spraying myself, and I was thinking, I'm going to have Deborah on the show. So, guys, Deborah made these amazing, very high vibrational frequency love essences that actually raise your own frequency. So we're going to have her on the show, and there she is. So you are so welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello from Mississippi. There's Robin. Robin is the one that I always think was my friend from Baja, but Robin in Baja spelled it with an I. All right, well, just really happy to see you. I'm going to settle in with all of you. You are live with the Miracle Makers Club. I'm Dr. Joan of Angels, and we're going to give you all a minute or two to get your friends to join in, and then we're going to start tonight with a guided meditation to let go of anything in the outside world, let go of stress. My dear friend, an astrologer, Shima, cannot be with us tonight. But you know what? My guide said that I had plenty, the angel side of me wanted to come out tonight. And I have some really beautiful new angel art. We have Archangel Michael behind me. And so we decided that, or we were told that not to worry, we would go with the art and angels and channel their messages for all of you. Perhaps that's because I'm wearing Deborah's smell, Metatron, who is one of the very highest orders of angels and who I saw personally with my very own eyes in 2005. And I will tell you all about it. So happy to see everyone and all the beautiful people. Let us know where you're from. And I also wanted to run something by you before we start the meditation. This is just all processing. So one of the things is that I was thinking on the show that if you guys would share your miracle stories, and I can send you to my group that's called the Miracle Makers Club. It is a Facebook group, and I don't know why that's not posting, cannot post comments to some destinations. Okay, so the Miracle Makers Club. But if you post your miracle stories at the Miracle Makers Club, and what do I mean by miracle stories? Well, one of the things I discovered is that when we focus on miracles and the miracles that have happened to us, and we actually can remember them, and we become grateful for them, and then we realize, oh my God, I've had like many miracles. In fact, my life is mostly doing okay because of miracles. Like I'm here. And this is actually true, guys, is I'm here with you because of miracles, because I believed in miracles, because I trusted miracles can happen. And miracles have happened that have literally saved my life, saved my children's life. And so, and we're talking about all kinds of miracles. We're talking about miracles of health, okay? A miracle when a healing happens, or when you've been literally cured of a disease, or a miracle when you met someone who completely transformed your life, like actually meeting Dr. Sharon has for me. And I'll be telling you more about it, and you'll meet her next week. I'm going to be on her show, and we're discussing our own show together. So miracles from people that you meet, or Debbie from Spirituality Gone Wild, who did the graphics for my cards and is the founder of Spirituality Gone Wild, who's actually now my new producer platform. And my shows are live on her station, on her network. So I'm part of a collective, and it makes me really happy to see and to be part of that. And those are miracles too, because miracles for people, like for creatives like myself, to be able to get my work out and help you find me if I'm the one you resonate with, or help you find the teachers that you resonate with. And so many possibilities, so many miracles are happening, and yet so many of us need miracles. I got off the phone tonight with a friend who's really struggling with a son who's got addiction problems. Her back went out because of fear and anxiety, because that's what our body does when we take that pain in. And so needing miracles in our own personal life for health and wellness. So we are a collaborative team. I really see all of my lovely friends, and it's so good to see you, honey, Tina Marie. Tina Marie's another miracle. Her birthday is the same as my birthday, okay? And I find that just amazing and endearing, and making my heart sing. So with miracles, all right, and we can start by commenting here today. So when I did my first Miracle Monday, I did a program called Awaken to Miracles in 2018. And I was gung-ho. I was really excited. And the next day I got a phone call from a dear friend of mine who's since passed, Randy. And Randy, he was literally crying on the phone, okay? He said, Joan, I had a miracle last night. He said, I woke up and Randy was struggling with cancer and wanted to do alternative treatments. And I'm in the dark because my electric light is burning out. It burned out tonight. We're going to nurse it back to health. Okay. So let's turn up my light so bright, and I'll just deal with technical issues. So Randy calls me. And he said, Joan, and he brought me to tears. He said, Joan, I had a miracle this morning. I woke up and I saw that someone had tried to send me $5,000 on my PayPal. He said, it was my roommate from 20 years ago. I haven't spoken to him for months. And I woke up today and he unexpectedly sent me $5,000. Okay, he just woke up with it. And guys, I've had that kind of random experience too the other day, when someone just unexpectedly gifted me with a gift enough to just help with some of my own expenses and so unexpected things. But the real thing is what is it your heart's desires? So going back to the Miracle Makers Club and finishing that trend of thought, that if we collectively start to talk about our miracle experiences, having my show with Spirituality Gone Wild now feels like a new miracle for me. Having some of a new tribe coming to be with me, a new miracle. What are the miracles that you've been experiencing? And it's best to focus on the positive. It's best to focus on that which you really want to see happen, because even in our languaging, our languaging can lower our frequency and lower our energy. So we want to keep it motivated. We want to keep us focused. So with the miracles, if you go to the Facebook group, the Miracle Makers Club, and you can post your miracles there. And for those of you who post your miracles in there on a blog post there, then I was thinking, and this is what I want to know, all right, that some of you have some pretty miraculous stories. And I think that we would love to hear your stories. So if you post them on the group there, and I happen to read them, then it's very, very possible that maybe the end of the month and every month I'd have a little Miracle Makers Club where some of you can hop on live with me and share your miracle stories. So I'm throwing that out to all of you. This is week 2 of the Miracle Makers Club, and I'm just formulating it now. But what do you think of that? All right, I want to hear your comments, what you actually think of that. And if any of you have any miracles that you think, what a great, let's see, lots of miracles, wonderful connections and opportunities. Pamela, I saw one of your posts recently. You had all these new clients, and I thought, how amazing. So if you go to the group, the Miracle Makers Club, and share that, I can have you pop on. And this is the miracle part, because here's what I've discovered in the years of working with manifesting miracles, okay? One person can be a miracle maker, yes, but a collaborative group of miracle vibrations is like sky high and off the chart, okay? There, my light came back on. All right, I guess, who knows? I think when I used to go to the one psychic, she's very renowned, and I'd walk in and every cassette recorder would blow. And I think that's what's happening now too. She said my energy was so high. All right, so that is starting today, starting with any of you really feeling into, and it's so important. It gives us a place to start from. All right, so yes, we're in this life situation. Things are going on, the outside world, the inside world, there's chaos. But again, it's what is inside here that we're working with. And also reminding ourselves of the times when things have really been good for us too, the miracles that have happened for us. So for example, I am going to share a story that I don't think I've shared in a long time. So many of you know that in 1998, I lost everything. I was injured in my practice and I couldn't practice as a chiropractor anymore. And so I lost my practice. And my insurance company wrongfully and fraudulently terminated my benefits. I was a doctor of chiropractic at the time. And so they said no more. And they left my children and I literally without even the kitchen sink. Okay, we lost everything. And I used to joke, we went to the food bank in my Land Rover until, of course, they took it. So it was really tough times. And it was very, very kind of hard to reboot. So my kids, though, were very, very resourceful. And I had always talked about masterminding and positive thinking. And I used to run groups in my office. And so spontaneously, we sat together, we held hands, and we created what came through us, the Miracle Makers Club. And so one of the first things that happened was this article that showed up that sent us to this attorney in San Francisco who prosecuted my case against the insurance company. Now, I was destitute. I had a lawsuit going on, but we had nothing. We were barely getting by our skinny chin. We were visualizing every night what we wanted. We were really, really visualizing what we wanted in our life. And that meant, the house in Marin County with the pool and the basketball court and worldwide travel and everything that a kid could think of and their mom. All right. I wanted to really take them around the world. And so we would plan this every night. And meanwhile, I had this lawsuit going on over here. So with the lawsuit, and in a way, I felt my life depended on it, right? It was very intimidating, this whole lawsuit. In fact, it was a very, very big deal because I went up against a major insurance company, Unum Provident, major insurance company. They might be listening here now. They still follow me. They still want to know what I'm doing. So it was such a big deal that there were like these chat boards, these Yahoo chat boards. And my case was the subject of much discussion. There had been a case that was won right before mine. And, did it go to the Supreme Court or not? And so I was very anxious. I was very involved and also pretty miserable too, just to give you that feedback. But every day, every night, we'd come together and we would visualize winning the lawsuit. And I would visualize, and here's the juice, putting angels in the courtroom, putting angels around the attorneys involved, even though I felt that the other side was despicable, despicable, made me sick. And that too was difficult because the opposing attorney, one of them was a pregnant woman, and she had twins. She was pregnant with twins, and she was due pretty soon. So there she was, evoking sympathy from the jury, right? Because she could barely walk, and she led with her stomach wherever she went. And the attorneys everyone was so solicitous. Sit here, are you okay? And she was kind of playing that up. All right. Anyway, backtrack. So I just received this guidance, put angels in the courtroom. See everyone involved surrounded with angels. And I said, well, does that mean the jury? Yes, put angels around the jury. Do I put angels around the court reporter and the judge? Yes, you put angels around the court reporter and the judge. I had to put angels around everyone. I had to put angels around their attorneys and send their attorneys love as well. So I had the whole federal court building downtown San Francisco surrounded with love and light. All right. Angels in the courtroom. I had angels on the bus going with me to the courthouse. Okay. And I was visualizing all of these angels and asking for the highest good of all concerned. So there's really two components to this little piece I'm sharing with you, which is that we can call in our angels and our guides to be with us wherever we are. And it's always for the highest good of all concerned. In other words, if it wasn't for the highest good of all concerned, I was agreeing not to win that lawsuit. All right. Now that's part one. Part two is that every night in my visualizations, I would visualize that I won $1 million. Now, $1 million seemed like a lot of money to me. I didn't think about how much money I owed people, nor did I really think about how much money the government takes and my attorneys take. And okay, so, but $1 million seemed right. So I would be visualizing $1 million. Now, I don't know why I limited it. I'm telling you all this. I really should have said at least $1 million plus. Okay, make it 5, make it 10. So now we go to trial, and it's very, very, very intense. You may have heard the story before, but it really is the miracle of the story. My attorneys, I looked like a disaster. I had this one black dress that someone had gifted me. I wore my mother's pearls. My hair was tied back. I had no makeup, and I looked like a disaster. All right. But still, my attorneys thought that I looked too good. And it was just so weird. I could just tell that their side was winning. And so my angst was really, really intense. But angels in the courtroom, highest good of all concerned, go home and chant, see the miracle, right? So the day comes where they put me on the witness stand and they start attacking me and really attacking me. And it's uncomfortable. I mean, it's actually frightening, oh my God. And you're under oath. And it's just a bombardment in that big stomach, she was out there. Okay. So attacking me. And the attorney says, well, isn't it true, Dr. Hangarter? And he's looking at the jury. Isn't it true that you told your staff that you wanted to retire from practice and move to Marin and write a book? And you can hear the silence in the courtroom. I mean, it's really dramatic. It's just like Perry Mason, okay? Except it's happening to you. Silence is in the courtroom because he's sure he's nailed me, right? And I just look at him. And it's kind of funny when I think back. I really had chutzpah. I just looked at him and I said, well, yeah, I did tell them that. That's true. And I said, but did they also tell you that I was expecting Robert Redford to walk into the office any day now and sweep me off my feet and move me to Marin? And I can tell you that the courtroom broke out in a magical moment. For the first time, the jury saw me as a human, okay, not as this, whatever they were describing me as. So the jury suddenly realized I was actually a human being, which changed everything for me. And the judge, Judge Larson, by the way, who was really very open and fair, and because of my case, he didn't get that promotion up to the higher courts. And we know that for a fact because he told my attorney that a few years later. But he looked around and he broke the silence by saying, oh my goodness, my wife says the same thing. And then my attorney agreed, Ray. And then their male attorney, the other side's male attorney, kind of did the same mumbling. He didn't want to agree, but you can tell. And then because the jury was almost all men, the jury, they're looking at each other like, yeah, my wife has that same Robert Redford fantasy. Okay. So, and I had that Robert Redford fantasy. And that's why I shared that story. But by sharing that with them, it changed the whole course of the trial. But of course, I didn't quite know that. I'm still praying for miracles, praying for everything. And now they go into the trial is over, and they go into the jury room, and we go upstairs to the waiting room. And day one, nothing happens. And I guess it's a weekend. And I'm really meditating all weekend. And we go back Monday. And I'm sitting up in the jury room with Ray and Alice, my attorneys. And suddenly I hear the sound of the Hallelujah chorus. And this is loud. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I knew at that moment that I had won. And it was a feeling that just went through me. And it was like all the angels I had placed in the courtroom were singing with me. And I had that miracle. So sure enough, they send a runner up to tell us we can go back into the courtroom. And we go down in the courtroom, and that Hallelujah chorus is pounding. I mean, pounding in a good way. Pounding. I heard that. I heard it. And sure enough, we walk in the courtroom, and I won. I won not only the amount of what my insurance policy had been, but I won a $5 million punitive damage award. Okay. So seems like a lot, right? And it was definitely, but when we went outside after, okay, so after the whole courtroom scene and the press and everything, because it was a big case, we go outside and I get to speak to some of the jury, the head of the jury, I forget what they call him, the foreman. And he comes out and he's talking to the reporters about the case. And he looks at me and we talk for a second. And he says the following. Now, there's a reason I'm telling you the story. He says, actually, many of us in the jury wanted to give you $10 million. All right, you get that? 10. That's like 1 0 0 0 0. Okay, 7 zeros. It's a lot of money, $10 million. He says, we wanted to give you $10 million. He said, but, we kind of looked at you. Because remember, I really didn't look good. And we just didn't think you could handle it. And so we awarded you 5. All right. Now, the news about that is that I had not opened up my consciousness. And I was kind of disappointed. I was very happy about the win. I was disappointed about the 10 million as opposed to the 5 million because they take so much taxes out and everything that it was a win with some other things attached. But the point is that it was my consciousness that limited it. My consciousness is responsible for that $5 million gap. All right. I'm going to accept that and own that I wasn't actually willing to open up to the abundance of the universe because I came from a place of still scarcity. It's like, if only this could save my life. So give me the bare minimum that would get me through. And in those days I had to have that million to pay off all the things that had gone into the case, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you understand what I'm saying? So what's the bottom line? The bottom line is, number one, it's about opening up our consciousness to acceptance, to accepting the whole enchilada. And that means giving ourselves an opportunity to understand, well, what is that enchilada for me? What does my personal enchilada look like, right? Allowing ourselves to fall in love with the enchilada, which is me or you, but knowing what we want in it, all right? And really, that's important because your enchilada might have tomatoes and lettuce and cheese and meat, and mine is going to be vegetarian, okay? So we have different enchiladas. I'm not going to be happy with yours. You're not going to be happy with mine. But I will be happy with mine because that's what I want. But what I'm finding is that even in this discussion now, in really emerging from these difficult times and, turning on our own personal power and brilliance, it's easy to get lost in the struggle. All right. It's easy to get lost in the reality of our everyday life. And that seems like it's real, when in a sense, it's really what's distracting us from steadying ourselves so we can have that miracle, we can have that balance, and we can have that harmony. Does that make sense? There's that light again. So I have a temporary solution. We take it out of the thing for a few minutes and then we'll put it back in. And I don't know what is wrong with it. It's one of those LED light things. Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm just checking. And right, so, but then we get down to, okay, so my enchilada, all right. What do I really want to see for myself? Do I want a different home? Do I want a different lifestyle? Do I want a different way of being? Do I want to just dive deeper into myself and into expansion of my work, my influence, my core? What does it look like for you? So, and for each of us, it's very, very important because when we attract miracles, when we attract, the law of attraction says we put out our thoughts and we get back what we're thinking. But if we're not clear on what we're thinking, then what we get back is a little foggy because it's not clear. And so you get back that pork enchilada. If you're a vegetarian, you go, but I thought I thought you knew. But the universe doesn't know. The universe doesn't actually read your mind. However, there's a caveat with that because they said technically that's not actually true. Spirit, source, your guides, they do know your mind. Not that they're reading it, but they do know what is going on in your heart. They know they're going with you. They know your life plan. They know how many days you have on the planet, this life, past life, future lives. They know your direction, and they're here to just gently nudge you and maybe work through agreements to keep you safe and help you, with that guidance of where you're going. Thank God for our spiritual team. So I thought if I can do this, that I'd actually show you some of the angels that have been coming through to me. So again, you know that I'm on a new platform for me, and you have to bear with me as I figure it out 100%. This is going to be my first share screen. Let's see. No, that doesn't look like it. And that didn't look like it. Okay, I don't know. Well, that's crazy. I'm sharing myself. I don't think so. Okay, we're going to try one more time. Nope, now I'm not even on. We're going to cancel. Okay, we're not going to show the art today. And that's okay too. Maybe I'll practice going on with my friend Pamela and figure this part out. All right, I still am doing great, just so you know. If I was 20, when I was down in my early years, 20, 30, or 40, in my 40s, I would be having a panic attack right now, right? Because look at all the things that haven't quite worked right. I would actually be having a panic attack, but I think that I'm doing quite well given the circumstances. And I made up my mind years ago that I was just going to really be me, and so I am. All right, so I do want to show you this, though. It's one of my recent little Expect a Miracle, all right? And actually, I have one of these available. So if one of you wants this, let me know. But this is really my motto: expect a miracle today and every day. And looking at how miracles can shift our life. I was hoping you'd say that, Pamela. Okay, yes, because it's a little bit weird. All right, so now, thank you very much, everyone. What I'm going to do is we're going to do a little guided meditation. Now, we were going to have Shima on tonight. Shima is a dear friend of mine. She's a wonderful astrologer, and she actually collates other astrologers and their information, and she puts it all together so that it's easy for you to find. She's like a sort of a resource person and a go-to person on where to go for all that information. And she said that I should explain that she couldn't make it tonight because she had a health issue. But first of all, we're going to see her well. Once I said that, we're going to see her completely well. And we're going to see her coming on next week so she can tell us all about the eclipses. Because she said, Joni, you actually need to know that it's the eclipses that are very, very important. And of course, we need to know that on the 21st, there is a grand, I think, trine of two of these planets that show this bright light in the star that is the same bright light as when the Christ was born. And so that too is prophecy and prophetic energy of miracles. All right, so everyone wants to help me with StreamYard. You know, I'm going to tell you a story about me. So, oh my God, okay, I will tell you this story. So I always jump ahead. I always think I know things when I don't always know them, but I've always been like that. And that is because when I was in first grade, I was left back in first grade, all right, because I didn't meet, that yearly cutoff. And so I was a tall girl. All my friends went to first grade, and I was left back in kindergarten, and it was humiliating. And I guess they bullied me. The kids really teased me and bullied me so badly that my parents took me out of public school and put me in a private school. So when I got to the private school, I got into first grade. I was the youngest one in my first grade class. Had I been left back and gone to kindergarten when the school wanted to do it, or first, whatever, their plan, I would have been the oldest in my first grade class, okay? But no, I was the youngest in the first grade class. And I'm sure this is my destiny because I was always trying to catch up and race ahead. I think that being the youngest in the class actually gave me that kind of insecurity. And so I was always trying to catch up to everyone else and excel. And I never liked to read manuals. And I always skipped level 1 and went right to level 2 as if I knew my stuff. And so that here we are in StreamYard. Anyway, so important. All right. So now here's what I'd like to do. I'd like us to take a moment to go deep inside. We are now getting ready for the Christmas holidays, however they are going to unfold for you. All right. You may be able to be with family. Maybe you're not with family. Maybe you're by yourself this time. Yeah, that sounds good. I got the sound okay. There you go. Yeah. So you may be with family. You may be alone. You may be feeling your heart full. You may be feeling your heart lonely. Maybe you haven't even had a moment to feel your heart. So right now, we're just going to take a few moments to really go deep inside of us. Deep where that miracle muscle that we have that is deep inside of us resides. So Mother, Father, God, right now we ask that we be filled, surrounded, and protected with the light. We ask for clarity, wisdom, guidance, understanding, and compassion. We ask that we be filled with the knowingness and the certainty that we are indeed one with Spirit, one with Source, confirming for us that God lives here within us, and we live within God itself, herself, that we are one with Source, that which comes through us is divinely inspired, divinely insourced. Oh, Mother, Father, God, we are so grateful right now for the presence of your guidance, your angels, your loved ones, our spiritual team, our family, those who are with us, who lead us on this journey, who show us the way, and who give us the confidence to follow your guidance, to follow the path, to follow with our heart, with the knowingness that we know truth that comes from the inside out. For deep within us, there resides a muscle, a tiny little muscle deep inside, known as your miracle muscle. And this miracle muscle, it's like a pulse. Boom, boom, boom. And it is filled inside with that which makes you whole, that self-love, that self-joy, that confidence within. And this miracle muscle fuels that which what we do. It fuels our message. It fuels our heart. It fuels the very wellness of our being. We are so lucky to have this. We are so lucky to have the wisdom and the guidance. Dearest ones, as we feel into that miracle muscle, imagine now that miracle muscle gets enervated with your hopes, your dreams, your wisdom, your passion, your creative juices. That this miracle muscle within it, there's an opening through which spirit can come through and energize and heal and re-inspire and reintegrate. So suddenly, that which was a little muscle starts to pulse and pulse and pulse. Boom, chicka, boom. And it grows within you, that desire and that passion to live that dream, to live that purpose, to live that which you came here to do. And as that miracle muscle starts to grow, you start to feel that sense of wisdom, that opening that allows that wisdom to come through from source. Those downloads and packets of information coming through. Dearest beloved ones, we know the truth of you. We know that you have within you the ability to live the life of your dreams, to live that which you came here to do. We know that within you, my friends, my loved ones, you are divine. You are that who walks the miracle path. You are that who catches your miracle wave for the synchronicities and the magic and the unfolding of that miracle path, so that every day in every way, that which you know to be true unfolds gracefully for you. Dearest ones, take this moment now. Take this moment and feel the hand of your angels holding your hand, taking you on that path that you have so wanted to go. One foot, one flight, before you know it, you are streaming, you are awakening, you are opening, you are flying. For you know now that your destiny, you are calling your destiny to you. You are freeing that real self within you. For that miracle muscle is enervating you. It has been turned up. It has been inspired. It has been rejuvenated. So knowing now the truth of you, knowing that you are divine, knowing that God lives within you, that those dreams and visions that you feel have been directly inspired, directly given to you, that which you feel you are here to do is that which Spirit and you have agreed is exactly what you are supposed to do. And it is so with such gratitude. We salute you. We salute you for having the courage to live your truth this life. For it is not simple to live here upon the path of our planet. And so it is. And so it will always be. That miracle muscle that we have awakened, my friends, is on. And so from this moment on, feeling that boom, that ba-boom, 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 chicka-boom, chicka-boom, chicka-boom. That miracle muscle within you is innovating your dreams, your desires. And when that is turned on, Hans, that's when you're going to get what you want. Now, phew, ha, whew. Okay, did you like that? Yes, no, maybe. Let's see the comments. How did that settle with you guys? You are miracle makers, my friends. You are the miracle makers. I'm just so grateful you're here with us right now, feeling into these vibrations. Okay, now I want to share a little bit more, sweethearts. So I've been talking to you about the miracle path. I know I've mentioned it to many of you. There are other banners. I've just found them. I feel like a win when I take a deep breath and I see what I can do. So here we go. Let's see there. Good. Now, recently, guys, I told you that I'm working with Spirituality Gone Wild and the one and only Debbie Garcia. Nope. And there we are. And so I've been working on sharing the miracle path. What's the miracle path? The miracle path is that path that I took, that I take every day so that things are going our way, so that my life, the destiny that I feel that I am, that I know I'm on, that the guides have shown me, can be revealed. So your destiny can be revealed. So the miracle path encourages us, inspires us, motivates us, and most importantly, aligns us with our body, mind, and spirit alignment with our destiny and our purpose. So I want to share this little video that I made. Here we go. Hold on. Well, greetings, beautiful ones. Listen, if I can do it, you can too. Years ago, I lost everything, including the kitchen sink, really. I lost my home, my car, my business. I had been a very successful chiropractor, worked with many people, thousands of people through the years, but I had lacked the confidence that I needed to really ensure my success and my stability. So we lost everything. But I have to tell you, I was trained in the laws of masterminding, the secrets of success, and the secrets of working with others to raise your vibrational frequency. And in those days, the people I turned to were my kids. So I masterminded with my kids. We formed a group we called the Miracle Makers Club. And our vision was that we could recover, we could rebuild, we could regain, restore, and live the life that we were dreaming. And guys, each of us has that potential. We have a miracle muscle that is within us that we're not even taught about. We don't even know we have it, and we're not trained to use it. So this miracle muscle, if we start to awaken it, if we start to let her know or him know that how to use this power within us, we can not just reclaim our visions, but we can step into our destiny. We could start to harness those special gifts that only we have, only you can do. So I'm here to invite you to join me on a very special journey, the Miracle Path. This is the same path my children and I took years and years and years ago, starting in 1998, really 22 years ago, to restore our life and to shift into miracles, to shift into being able to manifest the dreams, the visions that we held so dear. So I'm inviting you to join our Miracle Path. It starts soon. The links are down below. You will love working with us as you clear away what is standing in your field, as you begin to understand why you're here, your big picture, your big mission. You learn how to harness those special gifts, I call them superpowers, that you have, that's in your toolkit. So the Miracle Path is like literally creating your toolkit for outrageous mastery in your life, so you can become that leader that you know that you've always been. And guys, I've worked with myself for years to step into this ability as Joan of Angels, to call you, to help you remember. And honestly, guys, if I can do it, you can too. So I will see you on the Miracle Path. Have a fantastic. All right. Well, that was pretty cool. I like that. I've been getting into doing videos, short and sweet, and learning how to share them with you. And so, yes, the Miracle Path is that path of mastery. It's that path of calling to us that which we came here to do and having a collaborative team effort. All right, what do I mean by team effort? Of course, your effort. There is no effort, by the way. But when we work within a team and we set our visions, we set our goals, and we really start to align ourselves with where we're going and tune it up. So we start with yes, that miracle muscle and starting to use it and starting to expand it. But we then start to work with what is our purpose? Why are we here? And really getting clarity on that, getting clarity on what's standing in my way. Now, I don't even want to tell you how old I am, but I've had that many years to really come into Joan of Angels and develop this and develop my work and feel comfortable and confident that I can be that teacher for you. And I really believe I was born to be a teacher, by the way, but each of, we all have our path. Each of you are a leader in your own right. You have gifts and skills. You are waiting to use them. You have that which was given to you so that you too can shine, so that you too can do the work you came here to do. I can't even say it any better. When we struggle in misery, If we struggle in anxiety and depression and fear, we're turning off that miracle muscle. We're covering it up in the dark. When we cover up our muscle in the dark, well, you know as well as I do that it's not going to work. Okay, we definitely have to have a new light. So you know as well as I do that it's not going to work. So leaders, you all have this ability within you to really shine, to bring joy to yourself, joy to others. You have an ability to not only prosper yourself, but prosper those around you by your goodness, by your heart, by the things you do, by the way you walk or talk. That's why you're here, to share that specialness of you. And there's another reason I tell you this, because I know this to be true too. The Earth, Gaia, our planet, is like an orchestra. And as an orchestra, look, now we have light. As an orchestra, we know that every instrument has to be tuned properly, and the people playing them have to be attuned properly, or the voice has to be tuned properly. Each of you has your own tune, tone, sound. That's you. You vibrate at your own special frequency, not my frequency, your frequency. Thus, you as an instrument have a different sound. So if we could hear your sound, that tone, and we can hear Tina Marie's tone and Sandra's tone and Robin's tone and Margaret's tone and Pamela's tone and each of your tones, you would make up the most beautiful earthly symphony. Can you imagine that if all of us turned up our light so bright, all those thousands of little lights, if they were turned up millions of lights, all right, and every person on the planet was actually in their tone, tune, sound, perfect, orchestral instrument, all right? So if you became the instrument you were meant to be. So what does that mean? That means you're not arguing with spirit and saying, oh, pick someone else, I'm too shy. Pick them, they have more confidence in me. I had a bad day, I'm going to go hide under a rock. That's a sign that your miracle muscle is turned off and that you're not in alignment with your sound. So body, mind, and sound, body, mind, and spirit alignments sound good, right? Help you vibrationally be in alignment with your sound. And if you're in alignment with your sound and I'm in alignment in my tone, then we're going to resonate. And we're going to resonate together. Now, if you and I are resonating and everyone else on this call are resonating, now we have a little mini orchestra, don't we? We have a big vibration going. And you can imagine if we were all doing the Om chant together from the bottom of our base of our spine, the bottom of our heart, it would be profound reverberations of vibrations. So when we come together collectively, we raise those vibrations collectively. We are like an orchestra, a miracle sound orchestra. That is the vibrational level of what we're doing. Okay. Now, these are the secret mysteries of miracles. These are the things we're going to talk about on the Miracle Path. It's a 5-day challenge. If you align with us and join the Untamed Club, you have access not just to my great free 5-day challenge, you also have access to a weekly miracle report, which I do on Sunday mornings, 6 a.m. California time, right? I swear it's an agreement I have with Spirit, and so far it's working out, all right? We're in cooperation. The information comes through. It's the weekly miracle report. You can get it and access it from the Untamed Club. There are also other wonderful people, by the way, on the Untamed Club. Oh, also in my Miracle Mastermind, little vignettes are also available. But I want you all on the miracle path with me because I know how powerful you are, Kim. Okay, just so you know, and Robin and Margaret, I know how powerful you are. And because I know how powerful you are, all right, I can't quite read what Pam said over here, but because I know how powerful each of you are, I know that with a little bit of fine-tuning, tweaking, and understanding how to work the laws of miracles and how to step into your own consciousness of this, I know that we would tune up your sound, tune up your vibrational frequency so that you are lined up and so that what good things happen to you. Joy gets restored to your life, happiness, wellness. You're back doing wonderful things for yourself and for others in a way that you know you're hearing that directly from source. There is no better bliss, my friends. That's all I can tell you. All right, I'm just going to take a peek here and see what it says. I was just thinking of this idea the other day. I know that I could show that. I'm learning more every second. I was just thinking of this idea the other day. We're all instruments and we allow ourselves to be tuned in line. Yes. Oh my goodness. So, and isn't that interesting? There is a universal consciousness. When spirit downloads information that they want us to know as a human race, they don't just download it to one person. I have a dear friend, she's on this call right here. I tell the story of how the angels told me to paint 33 angels in 30 days. And she said, Joan, they told me to do the same thing, but I was just too busy. Because I was out there saying, well, I know that they asked thousands of people to do it, but I said yes. So it's the same thing, Pamela. Thousands of us get downloaded this information all the time. Some of us hear it. And we get it. So I love that came through for you too. All right, my dear friends. So in winding up, I've shared a lot in some ways. We started off talking about angels in our lives, all right? And moving right into the miracles, miracle updates, miracle thinking, miracle thoughts. I thought that we did a guided meditation to activate our miracle muscle. And we're really looking at how we can shift our vibration and turn on our own frequency so we can hear, we can actually resonate with those visions that come through for us. That is what mastery is, when we resonate with those visions. So I hope I get to see you guys in the Untamed Club. That would make me very happy. I'm always happy, and I'll be back next Monday at 7 every Monday, the Miracle Makers Club. Is there anything else I want to tell you? Oh, yes. If you sign up for the Miracle Path, you can get one of the things we're offering in addition. It's an add-on, but there's quite a discount, is a soul awakening session. So I always like to tell you all what's up. All right. So thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for awakening your miracle muscle. And I want to thank you for caring enough to want to raise your vibrational frequency, to get in alignment with your sound, because that's how you will be found. All right. Now see how all these lights are with Archangel Michael? Just imagine the globe filled with lights, filled with people's spirits and harmony. Up there's a nice comment right on the nose. Pamela, we're going to have Pamela on the show soon too, once I learn how to do all these back end things. Thank you for joining with me. I am, of course, Joan of Angels, and I love you, love you, love you. I love you, love you, love you. How many love yous can I have in 1 minute? I do. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for being with us. Your energy so inspires me. I feel it. Please come and play with us. And that also makes me very happy. Have a fantastic day, guys. And if you like the show, share it out with your friends and also give me some positive feedback. All right. Have a blessed week.